Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another sort of CONVALLRIA video, and I am back after taking a weekend off of content creation at all to just really give my mind and body a chance to recover from the first week of school starting back up with students. It's time to dive back into making some sort of CONVALLRIA content. Now, I'll get back to the character guides. There's a lot of stuff to do in game, but I really wanted to address a Reddit post today that I read on my lunch break that said, let's be honest, give me your thoughts on Sword of CONVALLRIA. Now, I obviously have a lot of thoughts on Sword of CONVALLRIA. Let me give you a little taste of how much of the game I've played. Right now, I am rank 46, about pushing halfway towards 47. I do not min-max my energy expenditure every day, but I do make sure to tap all the way out of my energy and then check back in one more time during the day and tap back out again. I do one energy refill with my luck site every day, and I just use my potions as I get them. There are people ahead of me who really min-max, making sure they have their energy spent all the time and maybe do more luck site refreshes than me, but I've played this game a lot and I've experienced a lot of this game at some pretty high levels, right? When you're at rank 45 plus, you're into clearing or at least trying some weaponry trials number 9, which this is some of the hardest content in the game. Weaponry trials 10, I mean, it's literally tagged as invincible to my account right now. I still got to clear 9 before I even give 10 a shot, but I'm working on that. I think I have a real shot at that. So I'm having a ton of fun with the game. Still, there are things that are wrong with the game. There's some things that I think could be fixed, but there are so much to like about this game. So I wanted to use the Reddit post that was talking about people's honest opinions, see what a couple honest opinions of other people were, and then just give my thoughts on what I actually think about this game, however many days into it we are. So here's the post. It says, let's be honest, give me your thoughts on Sword of CONVALLRIA. So this is basically people who've played the game a bit, 40 hours plus. I'll pull up my Steam page. I have played for... Where does it say? It says off the screen. I have played for, I'll put it on the screen right here, 133.6 hours. So that's how far into the game I am. This is basically people who played the game 40 plus hours. Me. This guy says, and this is from a Moment who did a video on this as well. I'm not going to react to the video. I'll link the video in the comments though. It's a really good game. Offers multiple different constants to do like Spiral of Destiny, Fool's Journey, etc. Good soundtrack and generally fun to play. Agreed. And this right here is the biggest point that I think in so many games just gets left out. Are you having fun and can you vibe to the game? The music in this game is phenomenal. I don't like to play with the game muted like I play with so many other games, and I generally speaking have a good time. There is caveats there though, especially I want to say, and we'll jump back into game for a second here. There are caveats when it comes to Tower. I haven't really enjoyed Tower that much because I don't like gimmicky fights. You can see I'm reset. I'm in 5-1 right now. I haven't really pushed it that much. I like to train up my units, build up my gear, build up my taros, and gain combat power. And then I like to toe-to-toe with enemies. I haven't loved as much of the gimmicky stuff that I felt like Tower has leaned into. And so that's just a me thing. I don't know, but generally speaking, the gameplay is fun and there's a lot of different game modes. So even though I haven't loved Tower, everything else, it has been enjoyable because most everything else has been, how are your stats? How is your strategy? Especially again, boss fights, pushing for gear farming. I don't know if there's a game where I've liked farming gear more than this game, because you have a really, really hard fight. And after you do it once, you just auto it. So I do understand that will need to be replaced with something later, but I have faith that will be replaced with something later. I hope, and I'm still honestly a long ways away from beating the last stage of all of those. So, okay, it's sort of free to play friendly. I agree. I think this is a very free to play friendly game because of how good the epic units are. And that's a big feather in the hat of this game. Once again, if we jump back into the game, the roster of units in this game is insanely good. I have the legendary units that we've had easy access to. I'm still missing a lot, but if they've been on a banner, I've pulled them. But my God, Suppression, I use him. Angel, like, guys, am I wrong, or is Angel better than Samantha? I don't know. I have Samantha. I've been testing her out a little bit, and Angel kind of feels as good, if not a little bit better. Anyway, there's more to say there, but you know, she's great. I've done all night teams with like Might and Tempest, Candlelight, Butterfly, Divine Grace. Like, I've used so many of these epic level units at some point or another. Their roster's crazy good. If you like to play like damage over time teams, you can even go to the lowest tier of unit, like the lowest rarity unit out there, and still make use of them. So for those reasons, I do think it's a fairly free to play friendly game. Like, I haven't felt like you must have the newest banner unit to like pop off. So I think that's good. Now, the amount of banners that we're getting in a little bit of an accelerated time, I can see that putting pressure on people who are free to play players. But if you're a free to play player, you're not spending any money. You're getting all this enjoyment for free. So like, okay, but for low spenders, that's where I feel a little bit bad there. If you're a low spender with bad luck, that could be a little bit rough. Clash is not too bad. I disagree. I think Clash kind of sucks, but yeah, you could just auto it. I do think that's nice. I would rather just have a skip function. Like, if you're gonna give me a game mode where really I just auto it anyway and don't pay attention and mostly just fight like fall over defenses that people set up, just let me skip that fight. Like, maybe give me a little bit less rewards, but just let me click a skip button. I think a skip button would go a long way to making Clash more tolerable for me. And then they say that the monetization in this game is not annoying. I agree. They don't push monetization. Like, there's not pop-up ads in your face all the time like some games do, and I know that ticks people off. So I would agree that the monetization hasn't been annoying. Now, there's a really great follow-up to this right here by Azino, and I'm gonna like really dive into that one as well. But I want to finish the rest of OP's post. It says, but let's be real, there is OFC stuff that I want to see that we could get better in this game. I agree. I have a lot of ideas on ways to make this game better. I might just save that for a whole video, but let's see what Momin and then kind of like the community think about this. So, a way to go from level 1 to the current max level instead of just holding the plus button. This I could care less about. Holding the plus button for like 2 seconds really isn't that big of a deal, but having a max button on everything would be really nice, because then he brings up gear. And yeah, like, leveling up gear is really annoying. Like, just give me, yeah, so this is where the max button would be good. Make leveling things easier, because how easy it is to level units in this game is awesome. Like, the accessibility, the ability you have to level units, A+, but actually leveling stuff is a little bit annoying. And then here we go. The game freaking needs to make Tower of Conquest after the first clear entirely actually matter. I care less about that. Like I said, I don't like to mess with Tower that much. I will full clear at once when my units are max power so I can auto as much of it as possible. And then I'll button down and, like, you know, cheese my way to the end however I have to. I just don't love the Tower version. You know, as gacha games have evolved, I feel like Tower game modes, which were like a staple of gacha games for a really long time, maybe are getting a little bit outdated. I don't know, maybe there's something else better you could do. I'd rather fight bosses. Like, I really enjoy hard boss fights. Really enjoy it. It feels like a raid in an MMO to me. Hard trash mobs, I find those annoying. Anyway, so let's go down. Now, here's the link, and I'm going to link this video right here in the chat. This is Momin's video about all of this. I don't know how long it is, but I will link it in the chat. I don't remember how long it is. It's not terribly long. So you guys can go watch that if you want to. Give them a like, give them a subscribe, whatever. Okay, now here, Azino, I really appreciated this post because of how well it's formatted. It says, level 48, day 1 player. Pretty similar to me, and it's been $150. Actually, a little bit more than I've spent, but I get the creator rewards. So money-wise, I'm a little bit higher than 150, but things I enjoy. Let's see if I agree with this, because I do. General gameplay, boom. Music, boom. Art style, oh yeah, the art style is great. You're playing this game because of the old school pixel tactical art style. That brought a lot of us in. All units are viable. I've already talked about this. This is something that every other game out there should really take note of. All of the units in the game are not tier 0, but my God, you can use them all and they work. Okay, the upgrade system is not stressful like other games. I agree to a point. Like, I'll jump back in game for a second here. I actually just wonder if they didn't like accidentally the whole thing right here. Because when you talk about leveling characters, like I'll go to somebody, I don't have anybody at max level yet because I just got 47, I think. So, or 46. So like I could level Gloria from 45 to 46. I have 988,000 common EXP, whatever. It costs 13K. And you can keep like a huge amount of your units at max level and not even stress about it. That's wonderful. And then when it comes to building your like tarots, right? You can have a bunch of these things at max level and again, not even be stressed about it. Like here, let's take, I want to level one that actually could be good. Decrease damage taken by 10%. You actually need to be max leveling a bunch of these. Here's that hold down to max thing. And I agree, a max out button would be nice here, but I could take that to 50 for 8,000 green dust. I have 121,000 and I level this stuff all of the time. Now here, it's necessary to have this function because you can see I did not hit the much needed last passive, but guess what guys? Like once you get to the end where you're really like min-maxing these things, you get 70% of a return on your investment here. You can dismantle all of these ones that don't give you the last passive. So leveling the tarots, completely non-stressful. But then we get to gear, and leveling the gear is a little bit stressful. Like, okay, here's a sword I got, the Senator Swift Sword. I love this sword. Gives you HP up, gives a debuff to your auto attacks. There's a lot of tanks in the game, a lot of characters in the game that really like this sword. So I'm gonna want to level it. Like I will keep this thing, I'll feed it dupes. Let's level it. The leveling system is a little bit awkward for gear because you have to advance it, then you have to break it through, and then you get a pop-up and you have to click off of it, then you have to advance it again. And the dust, like I just cleaned out the event shop of dust, so I'm a little bit restocked, but just taking this thing, and I'm going to take it to 50 as I go through here. I was at like 150K dust before I started. Let's see where I end up after taking this thing up, because there's a lot of like, this is a legendary piece of gear. It's a great legendary piece of gear. However, there's a lot of epic level gear in this game that is really, really good, but I'm down to less than half of the dust I started with by taking this sword to level 50. I probably wouldn't have taken this sword to level 50 on a whim like this if it hadn't been for a video. So there's a lot of stress when it comes to leveling gear. In fact, I find myself doing my daily farming, like blowing my energy every day on gear farming a lot. And it feels almost a little bit like out of tune with how easy it is to level so much of the rest of the things in the game. And even though I think there's like epic level gear that I want to level and use, I often end up skipping some of it because of that. So anyway, that's like the gear thing. Now they say dupes are free, asterisk there. Like the dupes are kind of free. If we go back into game for just a tick here, like I have 3 characters that I did not pull duplicate copies of that I've been farming dupes for every day. Gloria is at 33 out of 60 for the 3rd star. Inanna, where is she at? She's at 41 out of 60 for the 3rd star. And then now I'm on my 3rd and I've started working on Beryl, who is at, you know, now I'm doing 3 a day. Beryl's at 2 out of 20. So yeah, you do get dupes for free, and it is nice that that is a system that they have included in the game since launch, but like kind of you definitely can dupe it out faster if you're pulling dupes, but I don't pull for dupes. Like I don't have that kind of money. So progression's been pretty smooth. I will agree there. The levels slow down, but that is the way it is. It's easy to build lots of characters. Spiral of Destiny is fun and at your own pace. Yes, I really enjoy Spiral of Destiny, and I also haven't finished a whole run yet. Believe it or not, haven't even finished a whole run of Spiral of Destiny, and it's like one of my favorite game modes in here. I just play sometimes, just play for a little bit every day, get my enjoyment out of it, and then I got a busy life, and this game really kind of respects my time in that regard, so I do like that. And there's sweep functionality. This is huge. I've played gacha games that did not have a sweep functionality or like a skip functionality from the beginning of the game, and it's brutal. So I'm really happy they included that. Now, here's what this person thinks improvement should be. Clash. Look, there needs to be manual PvP is coming, so I will save my like full-on like PvP breakdown in this game until manual PvP gets here. But right now, Clash, just give me a skip button because I like don't care, right? I can just attack the weakest enemy out there every day, get my points, move on, but I can't skip the fights, and so I have to literally be like doing something else on the side. That is what I don't like about Clash. When the game started, I actually enjoyed it a lot. Now, I'm happy it's a part of the game because I think people like it, but and I actually like building a defense. I like building a defense a lot, but give me a skip button. Give me a skip button. Needs more guild content. How about needs guild content? Period. There's like none right now. So yes, we desperately need some guild content. Summon currency seems scarce. Yeah, this I feel like is just more a part of the game. I think you're getting like 40 some summons a month right now if you clear stuff, and then it'll be like 60 some summons once we get the second tower. Yeah, that's low. That's low. It's like a third of a full 180 pity a month. That's not great, but the game does have to make money. Like, keep that in mind. The game does need to make money, and the epic level characters and all that are super usable. So the summon currency is scarce, so more summons would always be nice. Give away more free summons. Who would hate that? The puzzle type stages. I agree with this a lot. So this is a big problem that I have with the game. Like with tower, with specific game modes, tower in particular. Again, I want to use my fighters against your fighters. I want to toe-to-toe, punch it out, use spells, use healing, use tanks, all of that. I don't want to have to knock everybody off ledges or kite everybody through burning squares or something like that. So the puzzle type stages like barrels puzzles, I actually hate those. I really dislike those a lot. Like, give me a skip button. Don't make me do weird, weird side content. Premium shop could use some work. The shops could use a lot of work. A lot of work in this game. Especially like if you want to encourage people to buy like weapon dust, just put a lot of weapon dust in there for fairly cheap and you'll make a little bit of money. The shops just feel all over the place to me. And then decorate system. Yeah, what like there is an event going on pretty soon, I think, or right now. I saw it on Twitter. We're like decorating, you can decorate for a reward. Here's like what I have. I just plop stuff down. And in fact, I haven't plopped stuff down for a while because like whatever. So the decorating system, if we had like guild halls, oh boy, now you're talking about doing some serious decorating. And if you could visit other people on your friends list or in your guild's houses, then the decorating system would be like back in there. So that's the post right there. Like that, I thought this was a really good Reddit post, just some thoughts about the game and kind of my thoughts. I would right now give this game about an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10. I need there to get a bigger score for me, I need to have some PvP that I care about or auto PvP that I can skip. And if I skip and lose, the ability to fight it again and try and like change up how my auto works. Right now, the auto in this game feels really bad. And if I ever make a video about like things I feel like need fixed in the game, I will talk about the auto AI, because if you're gonna give us that feature like an auto AI, giving us some kind of ability to manipulate it, whether it's through gear choices or skill choices, some kind of way of making the AI work the way we want it to feels necessary. Instead of right now, the AI just seems to prioritize garbage a lot of the times for certain units. So I would like a little bit more of that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope this was a good video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.